Have you heard of this term, design thinking?
No, sir, but no, but no, I have not heard.
Okay. Anybody heard so far? Okay. Now, what do you think it is design thinking, Praveen?
So probably the approach would be, um, I mean, we have to think. I mean, the first step of this product development would be to think how it should be designed, the layouts. If I'm talking from the user experience UI point of view,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm right.
Okay. Anybody else? Soundarya, Sheila, Ashwini, Nandita.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you think is design thinking?
I assume that it is just a plan to think how the final product should look like. This is what I think, sir.
Okay. Anybody else? Shilpa, Triveni.
Same thing, sir. I've not heard of this exactly, but maybe how it should be looking is something we can say.
Okay. So when you hear the word design, what do you think is design?
So it is like creating a plan, way of thinking and working both together, hands on.
Okay, now let's leave the thinking. When you say that design, okay, you have heard of the term design, right? What is the meaning of design?
Developing or
Okay,
planning.
okay. So assuming one software is there, what all phases will be there when you develop the software? What is the first phase?
Requirement collections,
Requirement is the first phase. Then what is the next phase?
planning,
Planning and requirements go side by side. What is the next phase after
design,
requirement? Hmm?
Design.
Okay. After requirements comes design. So what do you understand by design? What do you understand by requirements and what do you understand by design? Hmm. What do you understand by requirements and what do you understand by design?
Once the requirements are collected, how to go along with the uh, requirements.
Okay.
Like,
So generally, requirements addresses the what of a problem and design caters to how. See, for example, we have to develop a payroll software, right? So in a payroll software means salary software, our requirements will be more like, every month the salary needs to be computed. Every month we need to compute as per certain formula like basic and DA and all those things. And then, you may have to deduct some taxes, right? All that. And this is kind of a payroll software, right? And then you may have to, produce a pay slip and you have to make sure that, that amount gets deposited into a bank. So what is the whole process, right? How will it get communicated to the bank? So many other things, right? So this is a payload, so it's a set of a requirement. Now, when it comes to design, the thinking is, how do we design this module? So you may have one module which has employee information module, which has all the employees who are on the rolls. Okay, that is one. Then second module may be to compute their salary, because there may be some salary structure, right, and some files are there. Based on that, salary structure will be there, right? And third, maybe you're generating a set of instructions to the bank to deposit that salary. So these may be three modules, and there may be a fourth module which will send the individual pay slips to the employees. Okay, these four are there. Now, these four modules are there. So Shilpa, is it good enough? You get the data, right, and then start doing this, right, month after month. So what could be issues, right, which we may miss out?
I didn't exactly get you, sir.
So I told you the design for a payroll software, right? We have some four modules. In one module, we are giving it a file of employees with their designations and all that. In another module, their salary structure and things like that, and it computes the salary. And the third module will generate instructions to the bank to how much to credit on a given month. And fourth, maybe it will print the pay slip. Now these four modules are there. Is this design enough, or any questions that come into your mind?
On a basic way, I guess the design was good enough.
But what could happen?
If it's like a proper mapping done, then I don't think so. There is a exact problem. If it's not like mixed up with some other salaries and stuff.
Anybody else? Triveni?
Yes, sir.
Can we run the same program month after a month, and that's it, or anything else we need to worry about?
It might work properly at the beginning, sir, but after that, based on the emerging requirements, it might not work. So the user requirements may change or need to be updated.
Okay. So you think that, do you think that any requirement is missed out here?
Maybe if the RCM is implemented in a proper way, that could go well.
Yeah. Which requirement do you think might have got missed here?
Hikes, sir, increments.
Okay, that is one good thing. Okay, year after year, there could be hike in certain months, right? That is one. Which other requirement? What else could happen for a college or a company?
Maybe an iterative process should be designed, sir, so that
No. What else could happen? When you said that once in a while there could be increments, but what else could happen?
Deduction and tax management.
Huh? Okay, that is
Deduction and
tax.
tax management.
Okay, so the tax management, maybe the rules for tax may change, right? So we need a specialized module for tax computation. Okay, that is one. Then what else?
nominee details, sir.
Nominee details will be for the bank or other things, right? So here, okay,
Any
that's a good point. Okay, okay, fine. What else? What else typically happens in a institution, in a college or a company or anything? Can you tell?
Attendance and time management, sir.
Okay, so now, say for example, somebody may take leave, right? So people are on leave, then some people may take more leave than they're entitled to. So there may be loss of pay, right? Some of those issues may come. Okay. Anything else? What other thing could happen? Anybody else? Praveen, Surya, what else happens? We spoke about leave, we spoke about tax computation, Saundarya. What else could happen? Nandita, can you tell?
Sir, I'm not able to think more, sir.
Okay, fine. Anybody else? Praveen? Reena, you're not told anything.
Before resigning, they need to serve the notice period.
Okay. So the first thing is, it is possible that somebody resigned. Okay. So if a person has resigned, forget about notice, but if a person has resigned, then he should stop getting the salary. So every month we should ensure that the the list of employees which we have is valid, right? Maybe some people resigned. Then maybe somebody didn't resign, but not at all coming, right? Which one of you told, not at all coming. The whole month they didn't come at all. So should we pay them salary? Okay, so this kind of issues may happen, and then new employees may join. Okay, all sorts of issues may happen. So typically, what happens is that um, if the requirement is done very well, then each and everything will be taken care. But some of the requirements will come up during the design phase. Okay, during the design phase, you have to make these rules and all that, right? You have to design a process, when or for example, stop salary may be one screen where somebody will be saying that this person has resigned, so from this month onwards he shouldn't be paid any salary, or his last working date you may accommodate, right? So when somebody computes the salary itself, they will see, is this a resigned employee and when is his last working date? Then after that, from that, in the last month, he may not get salary. Then it may get adjusted with this some anything due and all that. So even a simple, I wouldn't call simple, even a routine payroll application designing may become a bit complicated, right? But typically, we are not talking so much about such applications because many of these applications are kind of straight jacket. There may not be too much, way to change the user experience, right? But there could be, right? In the sense that somebody wants to download his payroll, right? All the pay slips. Is there a good interface for it, right? And things like that, right? Okay, so now the one, a definition for a design is more like, especially in software, it's solving a problem, right? Now, when it comes to designing a bridge, what is it designing a bridge, for example? You are doing a flyover, right? You are designing a flyover. So how do you design a flyover where there's a U-turn? This is an interesting problem. You want to design a flyover so that somebody will climb up and then come back on the other side, right? How do you design such a flyover? Anybody give your ideas? Sri Narahari, are you there, Sri Narahari? Or Triveni?
Yes,
Triveni.
yes, sir.
So how will that flyover look like?
Sir, it typically looks like in a U shape, like when we want a flyover which takes a U-turn.
Huh. So what kind of view it is? Can you draw? Will you be able to draw and show me?
Yes.
I will stop sharing.
Can I share through WhatsApp, sir?
You can't. Here you're. Yeah, you cannot share. I think. Yeah, you share on WhatsApp in the group so that everybody will see.
Okay, sir.
So did you share?
Sir, should I share the how the view looks like or the user design, sir? User interface
As a
design.
user, say assuming you're drawing with the hand, how will it
Yes,
look like? Yeah, that is the way.
yes, I'm doing, sir.
You can share it here also on a piece of paper and you can do also. Okay, here it is coming. Right. Yeah. Okay, so okay, you have shared it here. I'll share it in that MTech third thing. Okay, fine. So now the thing is, somebody has done a U-turn. You are going up the bridge, right? And then you are turning. So she has done a U-turn with a smooth, somewhat smooth curve where it's like a proper U. But this thing happened in Madhya Pradesh. Somebody designed a flyover where at the after you climb up, there's a exact right turn. Right turn means sharp edges. There is no smoothening of the edges. As a result, what happens? You go straight and then you have to take an angle at 90 degrees. When you take that angle, it is not possible for you to take the angle at 90 degrees, right? Because no vehicle can turn at 90 degrees abruptly, right? How can a vehicle turn at 90 degrees abruptly? It will need some maneuvering space, right? So now this is a design which is bad design, right? What is the idea? Idea is that you should be able to go in one direction and come back in another direction. And broadly agreed that when you go from one to another, the other route should be like, at 90 degrees. I mean, to both these routes. I mean, that is how you are crossing over. But if you are doing an abrupt right turn, the user experience will be very horrible. So first thing, what it is saying is that the importance of a design for user experience. How have you designed something which has resulted in bad user experience, which has resulted in a very bad user experience, right? So this is what is a design thing, right? Now, let's look at it in another way. I think she has done it in a certain thing. Another way you can look at it is that uh, now this problem is there where you have to you are going in one direction and then you have to come back in another direction. Now, how do we solve this problem? How do we do it? What are the possible solutions to this? Can you tell? So first definition of the problem was we have to do a flyover, right? And they designed a flyover and they did an abrupt flyover. Now, if you are also asked to come up with a solution, what else can you ask the government? You are bidding, there is a contract or request for contracts, quotations for flyover, right? Now, either you are in the bidding committee or you are a sponsor or you are a bidder. What other question will come to your mind? Can you tell? Sheila, Praveen, Ashwini? Or Saundarya, can you tell? Somebody says that a flyover should be done. What questions will come to your mind?
So
None. Yeah,
wha-
tell Saundarya.
the distance of the flyover, like what should be the distance? How many kilometers?
Okay. Flyover means with a U-turn, by the way. Flyover U-turn. We are talking about a U-turn on a U-turn. 1 second. See, basically, Triveni showed, a U-turn on a flyover, and I spoke about a flyover where people climb up, and a badly designed flyover they had to abruptly turn right. Okay, so this was what, and to come back on the other side. Now, what other thought or question you want to ask whenever there's a discussion about having a flyover where you climb up and come back on the other side, what other things will come to your mind?
Is
Thinking of
there
Yes, Triveni?
is a connecting route for that? Like when we take a U-turn,
Hmm.
is a connecting way for that
You
or
mean
not?
after taking the U-turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is one thing. Well, okay, that is sorted out in the sense that once you come down, there should be some way. Yeah, that is a valid question. Okay. Anything else coming to your mind, Triveni?
mentioning about the radius lane width, sir, so that having an expectation like for largest vehicles, what is the radius to be mentioned so that to take the
Okay.
U-turn.
Can you go back to still more fundamentals and think? Don't get constrained. Think more freely. What is the question which will come into your mind? Think more freely. The design is more about imagination and thinking with less and less constraints in your mind.
Placing the signboards 500 meters
Okay.
before taking the U-turn, and so showing some arrow marks, like
Okay. Okay. What else?
painting the row.
Yeah. Good. Good. Ashwini, what else? Ashwini, Sheila, Chinmay.
The risk and requirements and the logistics and approval
Can you say something more when you say requirements?
about the land, about the condition of the
Land.
site.
Okay. Fine. What else? We are focused more on design here. Okay. Let's not get all over. So there is one design by Triveni where you have a flyover which is almost like a U and coming back. There's one design already. Okay. Okay. So now, uh, how do you compete with that design? And she is saying that it is going to cost some 40 lakhs for you. 40 lakhs or how many crore, I don't know. Maybe 1 crore or something to do that flyover. That's what she is telling. You are saying that I want a way to go to the other side, and she is saying that okay, I'll propose a flyover for you. You can climb up and then cross over to the other side. Around 40 lakh it will cost. So, Nandita, what to do? Any other solution?
Sir, they can make separate U-turn lane. Only those who are want to take U-turn, they can come in separate lane. That's what I am thinking, sir.
Where?
On the same road itself.
On the road. Okay.
Yes.
That is one. And what else?
That's all I can think, sir,
Okay.
as of now.
Okay. So now, see, when you are looking at that is the one which I wanted to highlight. When you are considering a problem like doing a flyover, right? And then you design a solution which will be a flyover, right? But the idea of design thinking is, don't stop at the problem or don't start with the problem and find a solution. Okay? Don't start with the problem saying that constructing a flyover. Rather, you look at the intent of the problem. What is the intent behind the problem? What is the intent behind the problem? Intent behind the problem is to cross to the other side. It is not to construct a flyover. Some contractor, MLA, MP they are proposing flyover because they get money, cut or commission. But what is the intent? The intent is just to cross to the other side. Now, as Nandita said, maybe without a flyover, we can do one dedicated lane for a U-turn. That is one solution. So she went from this is a classic idea of design thing. She was not constrained by the problem, and she came with a solution which didn't require a flyover, but on the ground only it is taking a U-turn, right? That is the one. Anybody else can think of do this design in thinking and come up with a solution? Anybody else? Ashwini? Praveen? Okay. Now say, let's say that not only from this side to that side, there is a need to take a U-turn, but there is also a need to take a U-turn from the opposite side also. Then what do you do? Anybody can think of a solution? Chinmay, Praveen, Sheila, Triveni.
Sir, I know it takes more more capital, but something like Cloverleaf, which could help U-turn at both the places.
What is it? What is the meaning of Cloverleaf?
Cloverleaf is something which is kind of an elevated corridor, which the U-turn vehicles take.
Okay. Can you come up with something cheaper?
Cheaper, okay. Yeah. Maybe okay.
Sheila?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is there any cheaper way of going to the other side? Okay.
With the shortest distance we can move.
Okay. Now, if you look at a design, right, in Bangalore, if you look at it a decade back, there were hardly any signals. There were only roundabouts. Assuming you have a roundabout, which you still have in some parts of Bangalore, that is the easiest way to take U-turn. You can take a U-turn from this side to that side or that side to this side. There are 4 roads which are coming and joining, right? You can take all kinds of U-turns. So now, when you are doing a design thinking, first thing is, one is it's not just thinking about a solution. It is also finding what is the intent behind the problem. And once you realize the intent, what is the best solution and most aesthetic solution for U-turns turns out to be a roundabout. Question whether it is possible or not, that's a different question in every case. But from the point of view of aesthetics of design, a roundabout becomes a nice design. Okay. So we'll stop there. So that is where it's about the design thinking. We'll just stop here and we'll take it in the next class with more examples. Okay. So Ashwini, please give your attendance.
Present, sir.
Chinmay,
Present, sir.
Danya, Joshika,
Present, sir.
Meghna, Nandita,
Present, sir.
Praveen,
Present, sir.
Reena,
Present, sir.
Sabreen, Sheila.
Present, sir.
Sheila, you have to answer questions also, not just attendance. Shilpa,
Present, sir.
Srinidhi, Saundarya,
Present, sir.
Saujanya,